A life without electric geysers, modern plumbing, or even the convenience of a running tap. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? But for Amish girls, this is a way of life or routine shaped by simplicity, resourcefulness, and deeply held traditions. In the heart of the Amish countryside, mornings begin quietly. A bucket is drawn from a hand-pumped well, the water cool to the touch, and a fire is lit to warm it on a wood-burning stove. Each step is deliberate, each movement a nod to a way of living that has remained unchanged for generations. But how do they manage their daily routines without the luxuries most of us can't live without? What does it take to live this life, so deeply connected to the land and yet so far removed from modern convenience? Today, we'll explore a fascinating aspect of Amish life: how Amish girls take baths without the modern luxuries we often take for granted. Their methods, though simple, reveal a way of life that's both practical and deeply respectful of their heritage. Let's take a closer look. The role of water in Amish life. In the heart of the Amish countryside, where the land stretches out in a patchwork of rolling hills and lush fields, water isn't just a convenience, it's a precious resource, carefully gathered and thoughtfully used. Unlike the modern world, where water flows freely from taps at the turn of a handle, the Amish approach water with a deep respect and understanding of its value. Imagine standing by a hand-pumped well on a warm summer morning. The wooden handle creaks as it's pulled, the rhythmic squeak and creak of the pump echoing through the quiet of the farm. With each pull, cool, fresh water gushes forth, splashing against the metal basin below. Here is a certain stillness in the air, the sounds of nature filling the spaces, the rustling of leaves, and the chirping of birds all blend together as the water pours, cool to the touch, against the backdrop of a clear blue sky. Water is collected this way by hand, with patience. No modern machinery, no water delivery systems. Instead, a well is drawn from a simple yet reliable source, the earth itself. This practice isn't just about providing for daily needs, it's about preserving what's available. For the Amish, water conservation is a guiding principle in everyday life. Each drop is considered valuable, used thoughtfully for drinking, cooking, and, of course, bathing. The process of collecting water may seem slow compared to the modern rush we're used to, but in its rhythm lies a reminder of the Amish way of life, a life unhurried, where every movement has a purpose. And though the work may be labor-intensive, here is something peaceful in the quiet rhythm of it, a sense of connection to the earth that most of us rarely experience. This isn't just about survival. It's about maintaining a deep relationship with the land and the resources it provides, something the Amish hold close to their hearts. For them, water is more than a necessity. It's a symbol of the balance they strive to maintain with nature. Heating the water. When the cool bite of winter settles into the Amish countryside, bathing takes on an entirely different rhythm. Without the convenience of electric or gas water heaters, the Amish turn to a time-tested solution: the warmth of fire. It's a process that requires patience, effort, and a deep understanding of how to harness the natural world for comfort. Inside their homes, the crackling sound of firewood burning fills the air. A wood-burning stove, or sometimes a coal-fired heater, sits in a corner of the room, its iron belly radiating warmth. The sound of the fire is constant, a soft, comforting crackle as the flames dance, breaking the silence of the cold outside. The Amish don't rush to start the fire. It's a gradual, deliberate process, the same way they approach most things in life. The logs are carefully stacked, the kindling set just right, and once lit, the stove slowly builds to a steady heat. As the flames flicker and pop, the warmth spreads across the room, a welcome contrast to the chill of the winter air. Here is an earthy scent that comes with the fire, the deep, rustic smell of burning wood, mingling with the scent of fresh earth and pine. It's a smell that, for the Amish, symbolizes not just comfort, but a connection to the land and its resources. Heating water with fire isn't just about convenience, it's a labor of love. Buckets of cold water are carefully poured into a large kettle or metal tub positioned next to the stove. The Amish don't simply flick a switch and walk away. They must tend to the fire, adjusting it as needed to maintain the heat. The labor is physical, requiring frequent stoking of the fire, adjusting the logs just so, ensuring the water reaches the perfect temperature for a bath. The process takes nothing instant about it, but tea here is a certain peace in it. As the warmth slowly builds, the atmosphere in the room transforms. The cold is pushed back, replaced by a warmth that spreads from your fingertips to the tips of your toes. It's not just the water that gets heated, but the entire room, becoming a sanctuary from the harshness of winter. For the Amish, heating water this way is a reminder of their self-sufficiency. It's a practice that connects them not just to their past, but to the natural world around them. The warmth they work so hard to create isn't just physical, it's a feeling that comes from knowing the effort you put into something truly matters. Bathing spaces and privacy. The Amish approach bathing with the same blend of simplicity, modesty, and respect for tradition that defines every part of their lives. Their bathing spaces, whether inside or outside, are crafted with purpose, balancing practicality with a deep sense of modesty and privacy. In many Amish homes, a simple metal tub is the centerpiece of the bathing ritual. The tub, cold to the touch at first, waits in the corner of a modest room, often near the wood-burning stove used to heat the water. Tea here is nothing fancy about the tub. Its purpose is clear to provide a space for cleansing, not indulgence. The cold, hard metal contrasts with the warmth of the water that has been carefully heated and poured in. But as the water warms, so does the space, offering a simple but comforting place to wash away the day's toil. For larger families or those with limited space, outdoor bathing becomes a more common practice during the warmer months. Picture a secluded corner of the property, perhaps near a garden or behind a wooden fence, where the Amish create an outdoor bathing area. The open sky above and the soft rustling of leaves in the wind provide a sense of serenity. The simplicity of the setup reflects the Amish way of life and no frills, just what's necessary to get the job done. Despite the communal nature of Amish living, where families often share homes and close-knit community bonds, privacy during bathing is highly valued. While the Amish enjoy a deep connection to one another, they also recognize the importance of personal space. Even in these modest settings, a sense of privacy is preserved. If bathing outdoors, for instance, it's done in areas shielded from view by fences or natural barriers. Inside, when privacy is necessary, curtains or simple wooden partitions might be used to separate the bathing area from the rest of the room. This balance between family closeness and personal space speaks to the Amish values of humility and respect. Bathing, though a communal activity, is still deeply personal. And in that quiet stillness, surrounded by the natural beauty of their surroundings, the Amish find peace, knowing that even in the simplest moments, they honor both their bodies and their privacy. Handmade soaps and natural cleaners. In Amish homes, the practice of making handmade soap is not just a core, it's an art form, deeply rooted in tradition and practicality. These soaps are crafted with care, often from ingredients readily available on the family farm. Lard, a natural fat, is a common base for these soaps, mixed with ingredients like essential oils and herbs, creating a product both simple and effective. The process begins with rendering the lard, often a slow and meticulous job, and then combining it with other natural ingredients. When the soap is finally ready, it's thick and rich, its fragrance a mix of earthy herbs, perhaps lavender, rosemary, or mint, that gives it a refreshing herbal scent. The act of lathering this homemade soap is soothing. The smooth texture, combined with the soft lather it creates, leaves the skin feeling gently cleansed and refreshed. These soaps, though far from the chemical-laden products found in modern stores, are a symbol of Amish self-sufficiency. They serve a practical purpose, cleansing the body while staying true to the family's values of sustainability and simplicity. Tea here is something grounding about the entire process, from the gathering of natural ingredients to the careful crafting of the soap. It's a reminder of the Amish commitment to a life that's both connected to the earth and deeply personal. By using handmade soaps, the Amish embrace a lifestyle that values both tradition and sustainability. In a world where convenience often trumps connection to nature, these natural soaps offer a small but meaningful way to live in harmony with the environment, cleaning the body with the same respect and care given to every other aspect of their lives. Bathing rituals and traditions. Bathing in Amish communities is not just a personal act of cleanliness, it is a tradition that's woven into the fabric of family life. The bathing ritual is often a quiet, coordinated activity that takes place with the care and attention to detail that permeates all aspects of Amish living. While bathing may seem like a solitary experience, for Amish girls, it's often part of a shared family effort. The ritual typically happens at night, after a day's work is done. The process begins with heating water in the wood-burning stove, a task that requires the assistance of family members. Each member of the family works together to prepare the necessary amount of water, making sure that it's the right temperature for bathing. The sound of the stove crackling as it heats the water echoes through the house, accompanied by the hum of conversations and the bustle of daily chores winding down. When the water is ready, it's carefully poured into the metal tubs, often used by more than one person in succession. Amish girls typically bathe in these tubs, with the water being reused for others afterward. It's a practical approach, but it's also a reminder of the communal way in which the Amish live. Tea here is a sense of unity in the shared effort, and the ritual is filled with quiet conversations, laughter, and an understanding that each family member is playing a role in supporting the others. The warmth of the water against the skin is comforting, soothing away the day's labor. As the tub fills, the aroma of fresh herbs from the handmade soap fills the air, creating a peaceful atmosphere that contrasts with the hard work of the day. The lather of soap against the skin feels soft and rich, leaving behind a gentle fragrance. Through these rituals, Amish girls learn the values of modesty, cooperation, and humility. Bathing, while necessary, becomes an experience that reinforces family bonds, respect for tradition, and the shared understanding that every task, no matter how simple, is an opportunity to connect with both the family and the larger Amish community. Seasonal adjustments in bathing practices. Bathing practices among the Amish are carefully adapted to the changing seasons, reflecting their deep connection to nature and the rhythm of the land. In the summer months, the Amish take advantage of the warmer weather to bathe outdoors. Picture the soft hum of crickets as the sun sets, the air still warm and fragrant with the scent of fresh grass. Outdoor bathing becomes a refreshing ritual, with the coolness of the evening air mingling with the warmth of the water, creating an experience of simple, rustic serenity. The sound of water splashing into metal tubs and the gentle rustling of leaves nearby bring a sense of peace and connection to nature. However, as the colder months approach, bathing takes on a different rhythm. Autumn brings crispness to the air, and as temperatures drop, Amish families prepare for the winter's chill. In the colder months, bathing often moves indoors, where the warmth of the stove is needed to heat the water. The effort involved in preparing for an indoor bath increases, as wood-burning stoves or coal heaters must work harder to provide enough warm water. The chilly air inside the house contrasts with the cozy warmth of the bath, and the crackling sound of firewood burning adds a comforting layer to the process. Each season requires a shift in approach, but through it all, the Amish maintain their commitment to simplicity and family unity. The changing seasons bring new challenges, but they also reinforce the Amish values of hard work, cooperation, and respect for the natural world. Adaptation to modern practices. While the Amish community continues to honor their traditions, they've found ways to adapt certain practices to meet modern-day needs without compromising their core values. When it comes to bathing, the Amish have integrated non-electric technologies that align with their commitment to self-sufficiency, such as solar-powered water heaters. These eco-friendly options allow them to heat water efficiently while still avoiding reliance on electricity. In some Amish households, gas-powered water heaters are used, but these are carefully chosen to maintain the community's traditional lifestyle of simplicity and sustainability. The focus remains on ensuring that technology is used in ways that support, rather than replace, the communal and modest nature of Amish life. Although many Amish families still maintain their strict practices around communal bathing and privacy, these modern adaptations help balance tradition with progress, allowing the Amish to continue their lifestyle while meeting the practical demands of modern life. The way Amish girls take baths without modern luxuries is more than just an examination of a simple, everyday task. It's a glimpse into a way of life that values simplicity, community, and respect for the Earth's natural resources. In a world where convenience and instant gratification often take precedence, the Amish remind us of the deeper satisfaction that comes from slow, deliberate actions. Bathing, as they do, becomes an act of mindfulness of honoring the body, the water, and the family bonds that hold it all together. What stands out is the harmony between tradition and practicality. The Amish may not rely on the modern comforts many of us are accustomed to, but they've found ways to adapt while preserving the core values that define their culture. Their bathing rituals, the sense of community, and the effort that goes into every step are a reflection of the larger principles that guide Amish life: humility, self-sufficiency, and respect for others.